Salve onorevoli, rieccoci qui, nuovissimo episodio, siamo su The Council, io sono la Rex di Cormaris e ora andiamo un attimo a vedere chi era alla porta che rompeva il cazzo.
Sir Gregory?
Già, ciao Gregory.
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk.
Tipo?
How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Direi che comunque sarebbe folle. Da quanto tempo esistiamo? Lui è immune alla persuasione. Giusto? Dov'è? Dove cazzo è? Holmes. Sì, è immune alla persuasione, quindi sarebbe inutile dirlo.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
Perché fratelli e
What do you
sorelle?
mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Esistono altre famiglie?
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Esiste un capofamiglia?
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
Perché Mortimer si sta ribellando?
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Ne è invidioso?
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed.
Chi è il
But
papà?
I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
No, aspetta, fermi. Lui non ci aveva specificato nulla, non un granché. Non mi stai dicendo mica che tipo Dio è tuo padre, vostro padre, cioè anche di lui, quindi. Quindi in realtà stiamo parlando di Lucifero in persona, niente che poco di meno, non di una semplice famiglia.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Bella domanda, ma cioè io vorrei anche aiutare gli uomini, sappiamo bene e chiaramente che la democrazia è il migliore dei modi, perlomeno quello più adatto agli uomini. E stiamo giocando in un terreno strano perché io non vorrei dare supporto a Mortimer. Però è anche vero che dando il supporto a Mortimer noi andremo a instaurare la democrazia o comunque iniziare il passaggio per la democrazia, e la democrazia è più difficile da controllare, su questo Sironza ha ragione, però non vedo perché Mortimer, fissato con il comando, dia questa possibilità. Nel senso, c'è qualche giochetto che noi non conosciamo ancora, ma che Mortimer sa bene, che gli permetterà di tenere sotto scacco la democrazia. E in un certo senso io vorrei anche dare ragione a Mortimer. Quindi direi che mio padre ha ragione. Vediamo cosa succede.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Beh sì, sembra una dittatura.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression, if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That
Appunto.
is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Chiediamogli se lui è in pericolo.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Ok. Anche se è tutto molto strano. Ok, ci ha fatto proprio uscire direttamente. È tutto molto strano, ho ancora difficoltà a capirlo. E direi che ci facciamo una passeggiata, andiamo direttamente all'ufficio del babbo. E andiamo a capire, perlomeno tentiamo di capire nel migliore dei modi. Ma sta piangendo.
Emily, can I come in?
No, it's not a good time. Not right now. Leave me alone.
Insisti.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in. We have to talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
Entra comunque. Frega cazzi. Proprio così, di cattiveria. Buttiamo giù di alcol.
You know full well that getting yourself worked up like this is not going to help. It won't make any difference. It won't bring Emma back.
Forget. I couldn't give a damn if it makes any difference. I only want to not think of anything. And then get out of here. I told you not to come in.
Emily, I only want to talk. I understand that you're upset after everything that...
You understand? You understand nothing.
Listen, we're going through a difficult time. Even I'm dumbfounded and
Dumbfounded. Dumbfounded. Do you want to know how I feel?
Accompagna.
Yes, I would like to.
My whole life has just gone up in smoke. Everything I believed in, gone, blown apart. I have killed a part of myself.
Yes, I know how you feel.
No, I don't think so.
I found out that my mother has been lying to me all my life, that she's not my real mother. I told her to go far, far away.
Why, Louis? What have we done to deserve this?
I don't think that's the question. We haven't done anything, only made choices for which we must accept responsibility.
And what if I no longer have the strength to do so?
But you do. It's just too early for you to feel it. But believe me, we've all lost something here.
All this, everything that's happened, it's a nightmare. I want to wake up.
Emily, calm down and put down that glass.
I know you're telling the truth about Mortimer and Home. I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
I'm one of them, Emily. I'm a demon too.
I know.
But how?
Sir Gregory stopped by to tell me. He wanted to bid me welcome.
I don't
In che
understand.
senso?
Welcome to the family.
No!
You?
Ma
Your
sono
daughter?
tutti demoni.
Mortimer's daughter, Louis.
What? No.
Ma quindi sei andato a letto con tua sorella?
So
Cristo!
We are brother and sister?
This is too much, Louis. Much too much for me, Louis. I can't look myself in the mirror. I should never have spent the night with... I was attracted to you from the moment we first spoke on the boat. Now I understand why. Do you realize what that means? I'm a monster.
Dio santo, non solo ti sei scopato lei, non solo ti sei scopato la sorella gemella, erano anche tue sorelle. Che trauma, ragazzi. Che trauma. Comunque anch'io sono attratto da te.
I am one as well. When I think of my feelings for you, Oh, that feeling, it hurts all of a sudden.
Vai.
She's there. I can feel her inside me. She's trying to read my thoughts. Emily, don't do that. Get out of my mind, please. Let me remind you that it's forbidden between demons.
Sorry, Louis. I didn't want to.
I have a sister.
It's very strange for me too. A sister for a brother.
Yes.
Yes. I must get some rest. I must ask you to leave me now.
All right, but don't finish that bottle.
Don't start now. I would like to get some sleep.
I'll be leaving you. Thank you, Emily.
Ti stai guardando il culo, Luis. Smettila, è tua sorella. Porco Giuda, che trauma. Veramente questo è il trauma dei traumi. Luis, porca puttana, da solo sei riuscito a fare quello che 100 conquistadores non erano riusciti a fare. Porca. Però veramente sembra una cazzo di barzelletta di merda. Cioè, le gemelle, che in realtà sono anche sorelle.
2 coils circle the lock.
No, non posso aprirlo. Una lettera?
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Ok, ora sappiamo un'altra piccolezza. Per quanto tutto questo decisamente agghiacciante. Vabbè, questo già lo sapevamo. Però veramente che trauma. Ma scusa, potrei avere un elenco dei membri della famiglia? Perché non per conoscerli, ma proprio per evitare di andarci a letto. Dio, che trauma. Che trauma. Ed eccoci qui, ci eravamo lasciati e dovevamo andare allo studio del papi. E avevamo George Washington qua. Ehi, Giorgino. Come va?
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
Vi capisco benissimo.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Well,
Questo?
Mr. Godoy heard that we are expecting a last-minute guest.
Pardon?
Yes, a certain Al-Azif.
Strange. Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I might as well not hang out here any longer if he has nothing to say. Me neither.
He must have misunderstood. The conference has started. Godoy is a little too used to court intrigue, if you ask me.
I agree with you. Well, nevertheless, I hope I have distracted you a little.
Yes, thank you, Louis. I don't need much. And don't hesitate if you ever do have any news.
I won't, Mr. President.
Si vede proprio che lui si sta rompendo il cazzo. Ora quindi arriva un fatidico momento in cui parliamo col papi. Magari ci poteva avvisare che anche Emily era quel che era, insomma. E là, papi.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. It took great maturity to forgive your sister as you did.
She brought me up. I realized I owed her a lot.
We all make mistakes, as Sarah well knows.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say.
Credo che il termine corretto sia ansioso, però non in senso negativo, ansioso in senso positivo, cioè vorrei conoscere, sapere. Però non so, sempre qui mi viene sempre, come posso dire, un trauma nel pensare che magari queste cose hanno un retroscena e non siano semplicemente cose passeggere, ecco. Però andiamo di ansioso.
Worried. I wonder where it's all going to end.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time.
Ma sta
we
cazzo di
need.
manica
You're
che
not
ci
the first to
compenetra
make me
ogni
that
volta?
offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
È preoccupato per voi.
I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like... You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play. And his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
Nemmeno per vostro padre.
Like the relationship with your father, for example.
It's sometimes complicated, I must admit. I like to understand things, even if it means thinking outside the box. In fact, that's a character trait that you seem to have inherited.
Non avete risposto alle mie
You
domande.
haven't answered about your father.
What did I tell you? You are too curious, my son. Let time do its work. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
Vuole concedere all'uomo la libertà di scelta. Però mi chiederei se è solo questo il suo
So
progetto.
that's your project.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
In realtà è veramente orribile. Chiediamo se hai altri
Do
esempi.
you have any more examples?
Of course.
Parliamo della schiavitù.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as a workforce.
L'emancipazione delle donne?
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time.
Le religioni?
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now. Locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Il progresso?
Tell me what you think about
C'era
progress.
frizzato
Progress
un
is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the Cultural Revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their... And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence, but humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on this subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are?
Ma resta comunque una manipolazione dopo tutto. Cioè, resta una manipolazione, non c'è da dire.
I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
Perché non insegnare agli umani a essere
What
autonomi?
proves that men are unable to evolve without our control?
Look at history. Every time man tries to act on his own, he creates more problems than solutions. You will understand better after a few centuries. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
Com'è possibile?
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Come si fa?
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
Ok.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaggi to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
Volete manipolare la conferenza?
You're going to use your powers to alter the vote?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play. As well as you yourself. Here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche.
Come?
Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me and I'll send it off immediately.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Ok. Però non è giusto per un cazzo sta roba. Vediamo che cosa cazzo succede. Per quanto non mi ispira per nulla, posso dirlo? Dov'è Piaggi? Piaggi era accanto a noi, sì, eccolo. Però non saprei come... Cioè, per ora mi verrebbe da dire assecondiamolo. Perché ci potrebbe essere utile assecondarlo per poi ucciderlo nel silenzio, potremmo dire così. Tradiremo nostro padre. Ok. Però sarebbe utile se noi supportiamo Mortimer, Mortimer mette in atto il suo piano, uccidiamo Mortimer, gettiamo tutti nel caos, fondamentalmente. Che qui è Piaggi. Ti cazzo di corridoio non ne potevi fare uno normale, no, mi devi mettere una curva ogni 3 secondi. Ok, Piaggi dovrebbe essere qui.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
Ah, ecco
It's
così.
nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Parliamogli della lancia sacra, che lui è debole
I
a
wanted to
questa
thank
cosa.
you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lance.
Oh, and did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people, Louis. You are searching for another holy grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts. Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence. I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence? Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
E funziona seriamente.
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right.
Ah, e lui rimane così,
This is
assopito.
just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked.
Come ci si sente essere nel corpo
Right.
di un prete vecchio
It's time I got
ottantenne?
started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Ok. Leggi. Mio caro Giuseppe, la mia salute cagionevole non mi consente di onorare l'invito di Soron e recarmi presso la residenza di Lord Mortimer. Per questo vi sarei grato se potesse partecipare alla conferenza in mia vece. Naturalmente porgerete i miei ringraziamenti ai nostri anfitrioni. Vi prego di rafforzare i nostri accordi con Sir Gregory e di rendere noto che la sua iniziativa relativa al cardinale vescovo Chiarimonti sta procedendo bene, bla 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 bla. Mio caro Giuseppe, so che in questo momento siete diretto verso la residenza di Lord Mortimer. Spero che il viaggio si riveli piacevole, anche se sarete costretto ad attraversare le campagne francesi in un periodo di grossi turbamenti. Amico mio, sappiate che questa missione è di importanza capitale. Che Dio vi benedica e protegga. Ok. Scegliamo prima il contenuto.
Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
Fanculo, scredito
It even
entrambi,
appears
sapete
that Lord
che
Mortimer and Sir
genialata.
Gregory both have access to obscure, superior forces to help them reach their ends. I think the Papal States, for the sake of their own preservation, ought to condemn this practice of conferences in the future.
Servirebbe un timbro. Ma vediamo prima il codice.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
Lo sai che ti dico, ma che cazzo me ne frega, senza che sto qui ora a impazzire con sta roba. Mi prendo un'acqua carmelitana, come cazzo si chiama, e non usare il
I
codice.
could pretend that the code got erased during the voyage, as if the letter arrived in really bad condition. That would be perfectly understandable given that it's traveled across the seas, right?
Ok. Ora dobbiamo scegliere il timbro. Che timbro gli metti?
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
Che io so qual è.
And I remember that. Flore in domo domini. Must be in Latin.
Grazie al cazzo deve essere in latino. Guarda il timbro in mezzo. Ho già letto una lettera di Piaggi, guarda l'iscrizione sul libro.
On it is written, Flore in domo domini.
Ah, è quella.
Latin. It blooms in the house of God.
Ok, sì, è questa, è inutile che ci stiamo a girare intorno. Finisci la lettera.
Your Eminence, all ready to send the... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I
Figlio
need.
di Troia.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
Non credo che l'occultismo sia una grande intelligenza, cioè sia di grande aiuto con lui. Ce lo vado a vedere giusto per curiosità, Volner. Però in ogni caso non credo sia geniale. Tranquillante.
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to
There
go?
he is, and there he stays. The perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
No, listen, my son. This is all getting out of hand.
Hogwash! I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep a secret?
Certo.
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible?
Ma
I am
sta cazzo di roba è
We've
ormai è
wasted
arrivata a
enough
tutti.
time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
Andiamo di logica, perché sapevamo che lui era non era vulnerabile, però non aveva nemmeno l'immunità alla
Committing a
logica.
crime in my room is out of the question. Think, it will all be on our heads. No doubt about it. I refuse to run the risk.
Right.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
Vai
You
così.
can't attack him without running the risk of jeopardizing the conference.
Even though Sir Gregory has the edge.
No, Gregory will never forgive you.
Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body.
Ok.
Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
Nel salone rosso, addirittura. Ok. Andiamo quindi al salone rosso, che non mi ricordo dov'è. Qui, vabbè, ci porta vicino, insomma. Scendiamo giù e andiamo al salone rosso a vedere cosa cazzo succede, per quanto sono felice che stiamo facendo questo doppio gioco e soprattutto ci sia la possibilità di fare questo doppio gioco e non sia o Godoy o Holmes o Sir Gregory o Mortimer. Ci garantisca quantomeno un minimo di libertà in più e non sia un semplice guarda che bello, vai avanti, bravo. Destra o sinistra? Parlando del diavolo.
Duke Manuel?
Monsieur Bonaparte stood me up. Would you believe it?
Ah, the French.
So tell me, what can I do for you?
Chiedi della Lazif.
Earlier, you mentioned the arrival of a certain Al-Chief.
No,
and...
no. Al-Asif. I spoke to you about a certain Al-Asif.
Oh, sorry. I got mixed up. Al-Azif, then.
Leggiamo la fonte.
Al-Asif. It's not really all that difficult to remember. I wonder what role he is to have in all of this. It should not be long before we find out. According to Sir Gregory, he will be arriving just before the conference starts.
I'm sorry to have troubled you. I'll be leaving now.
Ma credo era un'informazione che ci potevamo bellamente risparmiare.
Anyway. See you later.
So, Holmes planned something to do with the Al-Azif just before the next conference.
Ok. Quindi ora andiamo dal Daddy. Ah, è proprio lì, fermo. Con le mani compenetrate nel piatto.
What was your first time like?
Bello, ho sborrato sopra il prete. Oh no, dai, smettiamola.
Here's your letter.
Però che cazzo di domande mi fai?
I have to admit that the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Ah, non ho dubbi. Ma, signori, porca troia, sono più che costretto a lamentarvi che il tempo è tirato. Ci becchiamo nel prossimo episodio.